All right, solo gamers, we have a puzzle for you today. We're going to help you solve it, we're going to teach you how to play the game, and introduce you to Stealing the Horizons on Legendary Tactics. Nato, you are a solo gamer.
I am.
You love it.
I enjoy solo gaming.
So I brought you in specifically
yes.
to help me.
You hired me specifically for this role.
Focus on this puzzle.
Yeah.
So this is Stealing the Horizons from Doomsday Device, and we want to thank them for sponsoring this video. Our main job today is to help you learn how to play this game and how to begin solving puzzles in it. And really, this tutorial does just that. Yeah. It'll take you through what are the basic abilities of the different characters and how do you get into it. Okay, so let's lay the game plan here. What do we have for a scenario? What do we have to accomplish, and how do we do it?
Okay, so we're the XMP, the corporation looking to steal some ancient artifacts. And our goal basically is to use the Goliath crawler and the assault tech to hack the waypoint and the generator.
Okay.
And the faster we do it, the more stars we earn.
Right.
Basically.
So 3 turns would be
One star.
1 star.
And 2 stars for 2.
Okay.
Turn 2.
So the essence of the game is you need to interact with the tiles and the terrain. This is a 1 level, so we do need to be able to boost up and get over top of that. This will slow us down.
Well, that's a pit. We have to be able to soar over it.
You could hover over it.
Yeah, so...
We've got a little corner blocker here, so you can move diagonally in this game as well as orthogonally. So we could go here, except we're blocked this way.
Yes.
So we can't do that. And then we also have a blocker here.
Barrier there, yeah.
So we need to look at what our abilities are and figure out how to make that happen.
And we're given 3 activation chips to use in the course of solving this puzzle.
That's right. Okay. So, and we can assign these however we choose. There's no momentum if you've played the full multiplayer game. There's momentum that shifts back and forth between players. There's only us, so we get all the momentum.
Yes, it's all ours.
So, who do you think we should activate first, and what abilities should we be looking at?
Well, I'm open to suggestions, but I'm fine with moving the assault tech first. So
now, one thing I want to consider is this guy, the Goliath crawler, has 4 abilities. One is he can crawl, which is he can move along. The seismic sounding is where if enemies are in his way, he like knocks them out of the way, and if they refuse to move, then he fights them. We don't need that because we don't have any baddies. He can buff or debuff, so he could add a buff to this guy if he wants to give him an extra little boost.
Yeah, it's either boost in combat or a boost in range, but we don't have any enemies.
And that would just increase your die roll by 1, which makes it a better chance for success. We also have this ride ability. So this guy, you got a token here for riding.
Yes.
So he could
carry him around.
And if we had a tall obstacle here, then he could ride up and then like shoot that guy over.
Well, he doesn't even need to do that. It's just whenever you ride, he goes along with the Goliath crawler, but then when he wants to get off, he starts at what they call soar, or whatever, level 3. So it's almost like he's given him
he's got a ladder.
A hand up to get up to a higher piece of terrain. But
that's right. And
this isn't a problem in this one.
And it does take one of your actions to do that, right? So
yes, Well, yes, for him to ride. But yeah, I don't think that
doesn't look like we need that for this puzzle. All right, so we also have our assault tech. He can just basically run. Unlike other characters, this guy can run twice because he's got this sprint function, and they're 2 different icons, which means for action 1 and action 2, you can trigger 2 different things. And then we got smoke nades. You can drop that down, and that can create a barrier so people can't see you for line of sight. If you want to,
unless they're high enough. But yeah,
that's right.
You essentially create a barrier so they can't see their target.
Right, and we have no baddies here, so we're not going to need that.
No.
So why don't you begin our turn?
So I think we'll move this guy first. We're going to take a global action because we also have global actions available, which are things like run and boost jump and so forth. So for us, though, I think we'll just do a run, which is moving 2, and there's nothing in the way or anything that we need to worry about. And for a second action, because we're able to do that...
And it says right here, 2 actions.
2 actions,
correct.
Yeah. So the first action will be the run. The second one will do the double arrow, which is the sprint, and move 1 more.
And we'll go diagonally here.
Yeah.
And that gets us to the waypoint.
And then we're there.
And we're there, so...
Okay. And then for the Goliath crawler, we can take 2 actions as well.
Okay.
And we can use the crawl action, I think, just to crawl, because you can go up 1 level, square by square.
There's 1,
and so that's 1 level, and then
2.
back down the other level.
And we're just laying these flat so that you can see them up above.
Yes, you can see them from above,
But normally these would be like this.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So,
that's right.
so anyway, so we've got him in the space with the generator.
But we have one more action left, and this is still the first turn.
One more token, one more action left with this token. So what we can do is we can actually start the hack.
Perfect.
Now, hacks don't resolve right away. They resolve essentially on the next turn. As soon as you place your first chip, then the hack's complete. And what that's for is so it's to buy time for the enemy to react to what you're trying to do. A lot of objective cards have hacks involved, so you don't want it to be instant, because otherwise someone would just move and hack and done. So you have to add a little bit of time delay for the for your opponent to respond typically. Excellent. But we're going to start the hack there.
And then we got one more action.
And we'll put that on the second space there, which gives us one more action, and
let's use the
hack.
global action of hack.
Yeah, and again, hacking will normally shift the momentum. It's as soon as you start a hack, then it shifts the momentum to the other side again, because it is kind of objective fulfilling activities.
The enemy sensors go off and say, "A hack is in progress!
Exactly.
Quickly, send all the troops!"
Exactly. So
yeah, very good.
But in this solo game, we don't need to worry about it. So that's turn one.
That takes us now to turn two. We collect these, and they go back in the ready area.
And then I don't think it matters from here. As soon as we place our second token, then the hack's complete.
Both of them resolve, and we are the champions.
Yes, great job.
Awesome. Okay, well, we are victorious in this scenario. Let's move on, and we'll set up the next one.
So the next tutorial is tutorial number 3, and this one just involves shooting a bad guy.
Right, you just have to get a shot off.
Yep, just have to get a shot off.
But we only have 2 activation tokens.
Yes.
And the question is, can we solve this with only a single activation token?
Exactly.
And following all the rules of the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 3 sort of levels of solving this. There's one, the easiest one is if we have only 1 attack die
and
in that shot.
In this case, the only one with the single attack die is the laser pistol attack from this guy, which means you have to be in the square with him. So that solution's fairly self-evident.
Yes. So we would place our token here, and
1, 2, because
do
he
a
has
run.
2. And then our second action, which you also get under that first activation, would be our laser pistol, which would give me 1 of these.
Yes.
And you would have how many defense?
I'd have 2 defense.
Let's see how that would turn out.
Okay. 5.
I got a 1.
Oh, you'd lose momentum even in that case. Okay, so that's the easy solution. That's the one that's the most obvious. Then we have how do you get 3 dice? On the target.
And okay, so I'm looking at my Harrier card here. We've got the laser rifle can get 3 dice if you attack the yellow class, which he is. So the problem is I would have to get to 3 range. Right now I'm at 1, 2 range.
Yes.
And if I go, I mean, I can fly up and over this, but the problem is there's this obstruction here.
Yes,
so how
this here is smoke. And so that blocks anything up to level 3.
Okay, so how would we do this to clear that smoke?
Okay, so the way to clear the smoke is if there's a token, there's a rule that the new token replaces the old. So we just need to get a new token in the space. And as it happens, our Guardian here has an ability called a gas bomb that attacks at range 2, which is perfect. And interestingly, you ignore obstructions. So even though there's an obstruction in the way,
he just hucks it right over top.
This goes right over top. So we do that action. We don't
just
even
drop that down.
Yeah, and replace that smoke with a gas bomb. And now gas bombs typically they interfere with generation and disrupt hacks and that sort of thing. Anyway, but we only need the 1 action, but just for fun, we'll just sit up here so we can...
He can watch the fight.
He can watch the fight.
And then this guy does his thing. He can go up to level 3. He zooms across.
And drops down.
And now for his second action, he gets to attack at range 3. 1, 2, 3.
And that gives you the full 3 dice.
Let's see if we can take you down this time. I got a 5 as my
7.
highest. Oh, that guy is tough.
I am tough.
You know what? I have a good feeling about our final solution, though. So
all right, cool.
Let's reset.
All right, so we're going to put the smoke back and this guy back here. So is there a way to do that with a single token.
1 token. Okay, so the one thing, like I would be thinking, if I can get up here, this is a tier 3 obstruction. So when you get that extra layer of height, what's the rule on that?
So the rule is, if you can find some level 3 terrain, if you're doing an attack, you can choose the stated range band, so in this case 3, or 1 less.
Because you've got that extra height.
Because you've got that angle.
So we're at 1, 2.
Yes, and so you just need to hop up there, do your boost jump,
and that's
to
all
get
3.
On there.
And I'm feeling good. I'm going to get you this time.
All right, let's see. Oh, a 6.
5.
Oh,
what is going on?
Brutal.
Unbelievable. Failure.
Yes. Doesn't mean you're going to actually get the kill, but it's...
That's right. And these are D8s and these are D10s. So
yes.
You had exceptional luck in defending that unit. But
yes.
theoretically, all 3 of these solutions could work.
Yes.
Well, thanks for joining us on Stealing the Horizons. Now, there are more tutorials coming. So tell us what's in store for this game.
Yeah, so ultimately, they're going to provide 15 of these solo scenarios, puzzles, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. So first of all, there's going to be 5 tutorial challenges. So they're going to be, kind of like just understanding the rules, how the different elements interact, terrain and various deployables and tokens and all that stuff. Then there's going to be combo challenges, which emphasizes using actions to enable other units. So kind of like, remember this guy has a or ride or whatever.
Yes.
Was it this guy? Anyway, you can interact with different characters so that one can help the other achieve their goal and carry out their activity. And
it's the nuance of the game that these tutorials will teach you.
Yes, and then there'll be 5 of those, and then there'll be 5 efficiency puzzles as well, which is just trying to figure out the best possible way to solve that, and that is very puzzly, obviously.
And of course,
exactly.
Further expansions, I'm sure, will ensue.
Yes, and sure. They're even talking about multiplayer solo challenges as well. So lots of stuff on the way for those who are interested in learning the game, but also who love that kind of sitting down and just working out the optimal solution.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you check out Stealing the Horizons from Doomsday Device. Now get out there.
Get gaming
and be legendary.